30 years ago, bodybuilding looked a lot different. The so-called golden era, proportional physiques, wide shoulders, tight waists, full chests, guys who looked powerful, aesthetic and athletic, not bloated, not inflamed, not gasping for air tying their shoes. Were they perfect? No. Did they use drugs? Of course, but the approach was simpler, less extreme, less obsessive. Fast forward to now and everything has escalated. More volume, more drugs, more stimulants, more force feeding, more size at any cost. And the worst thing is, social media has normalised that extreme. So now the average guy thinks he needs 20 sets per body part, 6 days in the gym, 5,000 calories, 400 milligrams of caffeine per session, and zero social life. And if he doesn't do that, then he doesn't want it enough. And that's the problem. The reality is though, unless you want to be Mr. Olympia, you can build 90% of the physique you admire with 50% of the effort and none of the self-destruction. So what went wrong? Bodybuilding kind of became an arms race. Mass became the goal and the shape was kind of lost in the process. But at some point we stopped asking, does this look good? And started asking, how big can we get? Diets went from nutrient-dense whole foods to mass gainers, hyper-processed bulking stacks, and cheat meals disguised as strategy. Recovery habits got replaced with stimulants, health markers got replaced with scale weight, and the worst part, the extreme got marketed as normal. Drop your hobbies, skip the social events, neglect your career. Don't travel, don't enjoy food. If you're not obsessed, you don't deserve results. But here's the reality. Most men don't want to look like 280-pound open competitors. They just want a strong V-taper, wide delts, full upper chest, leaner arms or a tighter waist. And you don't need to become a complete psychopath to build that. But this is where it gets interesting, because building an aesthetic physique isn't about just doing more. It's about doing the right things consistently and then recovering properly. I only train 3 to 4 times a week. Minimum volume, high intent, focus on progressively overloading week to week, and I'm leaner and stronger than I've ever been. That's not because I've discovered some secret split, but it's because I've actually stopped chasing that bodybuilding lifestyle. I found out that what really matters is actually just 6 to 8 hard sets per muscle, controlled reps, training close to failure, logging lifts, sleeping properly, eating mostly whole foods, and managing stress. That's it. Not annihilating myself in the gym every day, not feeling like I have to be a complete nutcase every day, ignoring everyone and not doing anything but thinking about training, watching training, and living training. That's what for me kind of replaces the modern extreme bodybuilding. And I call it high ROI training. You go into the gym 3 to 4 times per week, you train like a bodybuilder, focused, intense, and technical. But then once you're done in the gym and you leave, you just forget about the gym. You go to work, you build your career, you spend time outside, you go for a walk, socialise, eat for health, not just scale weight. You build a physique that reflects health, not inflammation. Clearer skin, energy, vascularity, athletic posture, longevity. That's what makes a physique aesthetic, not being 300 pounds on a bodybuilding stage. And here's the part people don't like hearing. There is more to life than extracting the absolute maximum muscle tissue you can from your frame. If you sacrifice your health, your relationships, and your future just to gain an extra few pounds of tissue, what exactly did you win? Now, I'm not saying don't train hard. Of course, train hard. Push progression, respect the craft, but do it intelligently, because the goal isn't to be the biggest guy in the room. It's to be the guy who looks incredible, feels strong, has energy, has options, and has longevity, and still has a life outside of the gym. Bodybuilding isn't dead because muscle building stopped working. It's dead because the extreme version has become the default. And for 99% of men, that version was never necessary. Build a physique that adds to your life, not one that consumes it. And if you want help building that kind of physique efficiently, sustainably, and without sacrificing everything else, the application for my March 2026 coaching intake is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.